You click to save money and protect your health. You're in the right place. This isn't about hating buffets, it's about how all-you-can-eat quietly turns into all-you-can-eat fillers that pad your plate and drain your wallet. Let's start with the trap: breads, pastas, fried bits, and creamy sauces that make you feel full fast while the real protein stays scarce or diluted.
They would have a lot more menu items that had good profit margins on them. Then all of the sides and the carbs came before the entrees.
Buffets often put cheaper, more filling carbs towards the beginning of the line.
Stay with me as we break down 9 common buffet setups, what to skip, and the simple plate test that shows if you're paying steak prices for starch. Quick favor before we move on: if you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
But these restaurants apply another strategy that's hidden in plain sight. Pay attention to the layout of a buffet line.
They don't need full weight staff because you're getting your own food and bringing it to the table, so that by the time you got your entree, your plate was full.
If all you can eat feels like a deal, why do you leave full but short on protein, and short on value? The truth is, you're not overeating. You're being steered. Let's start with the core trick. The line is staged to load your plate with cheap starch and sticky sauces before you even see the real cost, the protein. It's like filling your gas tank with air and paying for premium. You feel topped off, but you didn't buy what you came for. Buffets run on margin math. Starches are pennies. Meat is the budget killer. So the layout does the heavy lifting.
I think it was kind of sign of the time. They were a family-style restaurant. They did not serve alcohol. This started in the 70s and the 80s, and they were very popular. It was a lot of food for not a lot of money.
You step in and meet a bread basket parade, a soup kettle, a wall of noodles. Every scoop pushes you closer to full and farther from the items that actually move the needle for your health and your wallet. Here's the kicker for seniors: that early bird deal is framed as a break, but the flow around it is tuned to protect profit. Smaller plates appear during those windows. Slower lines form near filler pans. Protein trays sit deeper in the room, so you pass 2 or 3 cheap stations first. By the time you hit the carving board, you're balancing carbs like a game of Jenga. You also get the hardware nudge. Small tongs, shallow ladles, short-handled spoons. Those tools make a tiny meat slice feel like you took your share, while the pasta handles scoop like backhoes.
Because of the tight profit margins, the food quality wasn't as great as it probably should have been or could have been.
And to try to stop people from taking more than they can eat, these restaurants might provide smaller than average dinner plates, or really big soft drink cups. Riggs says this contributed to their decline. Between 1998 and 2017, the number of all-you-can-eat buffets dropped by 26%.
Mini plates limit your reach. You make more trips for protein and fewer for penne by accident, not choice. Let us talk about the 9 traps that do the real work. First, the pasta and cream corner. Big pans, thick sauces, endless shapes. One ladle covers the plate and crowds out everything else. The add-ons, cheese, oil, garlic butter, turn a cheap base into a heavy meal. Second, the fried sampler island. Bites and poppers and tots. Fast to grab. Fast to fill. Oil locks in salt and makes you think you scored something hearty. You didn't. Third, the mashed potato and gravy dock. Deep wells of mash and a pot of gravy that swims over anything. It's warm, it's smooth, and it hides how little protein you're getting. Fourth, the bread and pizza warmers. Slices never stop. Crusts sit under heat lamps so they feel fresh. A couple wedges, and you're at capacity for nothing but dough and cheese.
They're around for about 6 weeks, so there's a sense of urgency that's created.
But hurry, endless shrimp won't be here long.
You take Red Lobster. They will have their all-you-can-eat shrimp. They're not inexpensive, and consumers like those, and they think they're getting a good value. The hopes is that once consumers get inside the restaurant, they will add more things. They'll try, they'll be satisfied.
Fifth, sugary sauce meats. Small cuts drowned in sticky glaze. Sweet sauce is doing the heavy lifting, not the protein. One bite tastes bold, so you take more. Still light on meat. Sixth, the rice mountain with stir-fry drizzle. They stage pans so you mound rice first, then decorate with a thin spoon of beef or chicken. The drizzle carries a whiff of meat and mostly soy. Seventh, the salad bar built to trip you. Croutons, bacon bits, mayo-heavy dressings, creamy pasta, salads. The greens exist, but the toppings are the trap. Heavy, cheap, and fast to scoop. Eighth, bottomless soda and sweet tea. Sugar hits quick and kills appetite. Refills cost them cents and cost you room for real food. Ninth, the dessert bomb row with soft serve cones. Whipped toppings, syrups, pie slices cut wide. A cone before you sit down. That's not dessert, that's an early crowd out. The cost structure behind all of this is simple. Starches stay cheap across the board. Proteins swing and strain margins. So operators guide your default toward filler. Not by accident. By design.
All-you-can-eat restaurants are able to accomplish the same goal as any other restaurant. Get people in the door with just a few tricks, like using smaller plates, putting cheap items towards the front, and using drinks to offset other costs.
Flow lines slow near high-margin pans. Staff keeps the cheap trays brimming and the carve station thinly sliced. It feels abundant even when it's staged. You might want to know how to beat it. There's a quick check you can run the second you grab a plate that tells you if you're paying steak prices for starch. We'll get to it. For now, here's your mini win. Walk past the bread baskets, the creamy pasta, the glossy sweetmeats, and the soda spout. Target unsauced carved cuts, plain steamed or roasted veggies, and a simple salad, greens, a sharp vinaigrette, and real add-ons like eggs or beans. Favor clear broths over creamy soups. If a ladle pours like glue, skip it. Now let's move on to how to spot it in seconds with a simple plate test you can run right at the line. The value problem isn't the sign on the door. It's the cheap filler that shoves out the protein you came for, one scoop at a time. That's why the deal feels full, not fair. Run the plate test. Half protein, quarter veg, quarter starch. If you can't hit it with what's on the line, you're not getting value, you're getting staged. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe and share it with someone. Eat smart, not staged. The best all you can eat is all you can choose with your eyes open. And when the tongs slow at the meat, that's your cue to slow your hand, not your standard.